Welcome back to my channel. Let me start with a question. When was the last time you looked at a simple penny and thought, this could change my life? Sounds ridiculous, right? After all, it's just a cent, something most people ignore, drop on the sidewalk, or toss into a drawer without a second thought. But here's the secret. The 1987 Lincoln penny is not always just a penny. Under the right circumstances, it can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And in certain rare cases, it has shocked collectors by selling for prices that no one ever expected. So let's step back in time to 1987. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents. By now, the composition had already changed. After 1982, pennies were no longer mostly copper. Instead, they were struck from a zinc core with a thin copper plating, 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper. This change made them cheaper to produce, but also more fragile. The copper-plated zinc pennies were prone to bubbling, peeling, and striking problems. And that's exactly where opportunity lies for collectors today. Now let's talk numbers. In 1987, the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark, struck over 4.6 billion pennies. The Denver Mint, marked with a D, struck over 4.5 billion more. That's more than 9 billion coins combined. So you might be thinking, with numbers like that, how could they possibly be valuable? The answer: condition and errors. Let's start with condition. Most 1987 pennies circulated heavily, so they're worn, dull, and worth face value. But here's the catch. If you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, what collectors call mint state red, with blazing color and no scratches, the value skyrockets. For example, a 1987 D penny graded MS68 red by PCGS once sold for nearly $2,000. That's a single cent transformed into a rare collectible, simply because it survived in flawless condition. But condition is just the beginning. Where the 1987 penny truly shines is in its error coins. Remember, this was the era of copper-plated zinc, and plating mistakes were common. One of the most fascinating is the missing clad layer error, where the copper coating didn't fully cover the zinc core. This creates a coin that looks silvery or patchy, and collectors will pay $100 to $500 or more depending on severity and grade. Another dramatic error is the off-center strike. If the coin wasn't properly centered when struck, you might see Lincoln's portrait cut in half or missing entirely. The more off-center, the more valuable, with extreme examples worth $200 to $1,000. Then we have the double die errors. On some 1987 pennies, doubling appears on the date, the word liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." Strong double dies are highly collectible, often bringing $100 to several $100s. And don't forget the broad strike errors, die cracks, or cuds, where a piece of the die breaks off, leaving a raised blob of metal on the coin. These quirky mistakes can make a humble penny worth $50 to $300. Now here's a fact most people overlook. Proof coins. In 1987, the San Francisco Mint struck special proof sets, with polished dies and mirror-like fields. A flawless 1987 S-proof penny in deep cameo condition, graded PR70, can sell for $50 to $200 or more. While not life-changing, it's still proof that even the smallest coin can carry big value if it's the right strike in the right condition. Let me tell you a quick real-world story. A collector once bought a bag of mixed pennies from a coin shop, just a bulk lot of common coins. While searching, he spotted a 1987 penny that looked silvery. Thinking it was a plating problem, he sent it in for grading. It turned out to be a rare off-metal strike, struck on a dime planchet. That one coin, bought for 1 cent, was later valued at over $3,000. Imagine that. You could literally hold the power of a paycheck, a rent payment, or a vacation, hiding in a single penny you thought was worthless. And here's the urgency. Millions of collectors are checking their change every day. They know what to look for, and they're pulling the good coins out of circulation forever. That means every time you overlook a 1987 penny, you might be letting someone else scoop up the treasure that should have been yours. So the next time you see the date 1987 on a Lincoln penny, don't toss it aside. Examine it carefully. Check the mint mark. Look for doubling. Look for off-center strikes. Look for plating problems. And if you think it looks perfect, don't spend it. Consider sending it to a grading service. Because in the world of coins, Knowledge is power. To wrap this up. The 1987 Lincoln penny isn't just a cheap coin from the late 80s. It's a reminder that even in modern change, treasures are waiting. Whether it's a flawless gem worth thousands, a plating error worth hundreds, or a proof coin that dazzles collectors, the 1987 penny proves one thing: never underestimate small change. Because sometimes, the smallest coins carry the biggest stories.